I know we'll touch on the card throughout this, but Jake Paul, Hakeem Rahman Jr. obviously fell through. I think 200 was the agreed weight, then up to 205. Hakeem Rahman signed for 205, I believe, but now saying 215. Who's at fault?
I mean, look, the whole thing's a mess. Everyone looks very silly, but looking at the outside, if Rahman agreed to a weight, that's the weight he's got to make. He couldn't make the weight, but you have to look at it as well. Jake and those guys should have probably known that he wasn't going to make that weight, and I don't know the ins and outs, but the whole thing's a mess. Obviously, the Tommy Fury fight falling through, and then this fight falling through. They've got an empty Madison Square Garden that night, which is never a good look, and a lot of networks let down, but it's boxing and everyone will learn.
What's the scenario now for Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano? Because obviously she's now left without a fight.
Yeah, but
does that give you room for negotiation?
I don't want to upset anyone, but that fight should be a natural fight that everybody gets together and makes. It was probably one of the best fights you'll ever see in boxing, and I feel like it should be a natural rematch. They feel like they won the fight, so if they feel like they won the fight, how can you not want to make it again? Katie Taylor's never been below 135. I think 133 she might have made once. She could never make 130. Obviously she can't make 126. She's the undisputed lightweight world champion. That's where she'll defend her belt. So if Serrano wants to go again and make a load of money in a great fight, maybe win, we'd love to make the rematch with her and MVP.
Just quickly on Jake Paul, he said that he can still beat Canelo. He feels that he's quicker and more powerful than Bivol. What's your reaction? Anything?
I can't believe that we actually have conversations about it. And Jake said, look, the worrying thing is Jake actually believes that, right? I mean, but it baffles me. He does such a good job that you're actually even asking me about it. And even a better job that some people, no one thinks he can beat Canelo, but I've actually had conversations with people saying, well, maybe, if he had a couple of wins, he could win a world title. I'm like, I'm done. But fair play to Jake Paul, he's a genius.
Joshua arrived in Saudi a few weeks
early. Yeah, it looks
early.
fantastic.
Just wanted to ask you some comments you made to GQ that he's a bigger draw than Fury, because some people are saying because Fury's cracked it in America, Joshua obviously had the fight there.
When you say draw, how do you determine who's the bigger draw?
Well, I guess it's ticket sales, it's popularity.
Yeah, but what does that all lead to? How much you get paid. So Anthony Joshua's purses, particularly the rematch here, which coming off a loss, the Andy Ruiz, Tyson Fury's never made that kind of money, because AJ is capable of losing a fight, coming back and having a bigger payday than Tyson Fury's ever had in his whole career. Why? Because he's a bigger draw. But it doesn't matter. It's like a random line that I just span off. Tyson Fury's a huge draw. I just believe that Fury's a bigger draw internationally because he can go to these territories and command those kind of purses.
And again, to Eubank, a lot of people inside the sport are saying it's completely done. You and Callum saying it's not. Why are they saying it?
It's never been done. We're negotiating. I guess it's close. But, Coogan said to me earlier, what's the hold-up? It looks bad. I said, it can't look bad. We've never been on the verge of signing. We want to make the fight, but Conor Benn will headline October the 8th at the O2. So whether that's against Chris Eubank Jr. or someone else, we would like to make that fight. It's a massive fight. Conor wants it. He's all in that fight. It's over to Wasserman and Eubank Jr., but still, never made, never signed, never close. This is just hearsay from people on social media.
Eddie, Tank versus Ryan Garcia was spoke about a little bit. I know obviously not directly with you, but with DAZN. We saw Joe Markowski's comments to Stephen Espinoza saying that there would be an opportunity to work cross-platform. Do you know any more about what's going on with that, and if they will be able to work together?
Not really. I'm sure they're talking, but it's a great fight, and why not do it cross-platform? Ryan Garcia's with DAZN, Gervonta Davis is with Showtime. Put it on the two platforms at the same price. People can choose where to watch it and make a tremendous fight for the division. So hopefully Stephen and Joe, or whoever's involved, can get together and make it happen.
Eddie, getting Benn Eubank, because obviously I saw that, as you just said there, look, it's never been signed, it's never been a done deal, but I saw an interview that you did with DAZN. I don't know when you did it, but it was posted yesterday saying that you were looking for the Furman fight. Would that mean that the Eubank fight was out of the water, or?
We're looking for 3 or 4 fights because it's not done, that fight. So we've got to make sure that Conor Benn has a good fight on October 8th. We'd like it to be against Eubank, but if it's not, we're ready to move for another fight.
Eddie, what do you expect from the Ali Ahmed fight against Rosado?
Great fight.
Yeah,
Great fight. It's going to be a war. That's what it's going to be. Mm-hmm. Must win for both guys.
Eddie, quickly.
Is it going to be the same as several years ago with Gennady?
Yes, it'll be a war.
What about Sharibek Alimkhanova? There was a news that it's going to be a fight against Dimitrios Andrade because WBO said it's
They must make
possible.
that fight. I believe that fight is next, and hopefully that will get made.
You know,
Eddie, Lavone
you know any dates about that or
No, it's not my
anything?
fight. I don't work with Andre, and I don't work with the Kazakh.
We're really talking about the greatest fight in the September. What we have to expect, especially in Kazakhstan.
You will expect on September 17th, Canelo against Triple G, an absolute war. Both guys want to end each other's careers. They want to stand over their opponent, having finished them in the sport. That fight will not go 12 rounds. I have to
Noah
go.
Coley on Saudi card. Noah Coley on the
No.
Saudi card.